From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, September 5th, 2016. I'm Ann Gownley. Wilkes-Barre police have identified the man shot and killed Friday night on Sherman Street. He was 23-year-old Ervando Cooks. He was shot after parking his car, getting out of it, and walking somewhere. He was rushed to a hospital and died in surgery. So far, there are no suspects. Police are still investigating. An autopsy is slated for tomorrow. Police found a bunch of marijuana plants growing after a 911 hang-up call. It happened around 8 o'clock Thursday night in Sugarloaf Township. Police came back with a search warrant and found a 15-foot-tall pot plant and several guns. They say the homeowner will face marijuana manufacturing charges, but they have not released the homeowner's name. Hazleton police conducted roving patrols this weekend, which led to multiple arrests. 26-year-old Christopher Planutis was located in the area of 3rd and Alter Streets. Planutis was wanted for failure to appear for a felony theft court case in Luzerne County Court. He was transported to the Luzerne County Prison and will remain there until his hearing in front of a Luzerne County judge. Also during the patrols, a man was arrested for a DUI. He was taken into custody and submitted a blood alcohol test at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. At this time, a name has not been released pending blood alcohol results. This weekend's force activity was made possible by funding through the Luzerne County DUI program. Pennsylvania State Police in Towanda are looking for a missing person. 86-year-old Leroy Gaylord Hawley has been missing since last night. He was last seen dropping his daughter off at her home in Towanda Borough and did not return home. Hawley was last seen wearing a blue and yellow short-sleeved striped shirt, gray sneakers, blue jeans, and glasses. He was driving a black Dodge Dakota pickup with a truck PA registration YCK0030. Hawley suffers from Alzheimer's disease and is known to have heart complications. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact Pennsylvania State Police Towanda at 570-265-2188. The on-again, off-again ballot question about judges' retirement age is back on again. Friday, the state Supreme Court deadlocked on a 3-3 vote over a challenge to the question. That means the court rejected the challenge and the question will be on the November 8th ballot. If adopted, it would raise the retirement age for judges in PA from 70 to 75. It had been planned for the primary ballot, but the General Assembly pulled it off in a fight over its wording. The ballot initiative affects about 1,000 judges and district judges on all state levels. New swings are coming to 2 Hazleton playgrounds. The Hazleton Lions Club donated handicap-accessible swings to Arthur Street and Altmiller playgrounds. The group had first considered donating them to Hazel Township Community Park, but it declined. It also considered the Hazleton One Community Center before deciding on city playgrounds. City Council will vote on formally accepting them tomorrow night. 19 years after her death, Mother Teresa was canonized as saint early yesterday morning, and one local church in Mahanoy City changed its name to St. Teresa of Calcutta. Catholics from all around the world watched the canonization mass that took place in St. Peter's Square, including nuns, the missionaries of charity in Calcutta, India. St. Teresa of Calcutta devoted her life to helping India's poor and was one of the most iconic nuns of all time. In a homily delivered by Pope Francis yesterday, he said, quote, "She was an example to volunteers around the world, and may she be your model of holiness," unquote. Today is St. Teresa of Calcutta's feast day. If you live in Pennsylvania but work in New Jersey, your taxes are going up. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has pulled out of a 1977 reciprocal agreement between the two states. The agreement meant that those who live in one state but work in the other would pay the tax rate of his or her home state. Christie said he had no other choice after the legislator in that state refused to take any other action. Under the 1977 agreement, either state can unilaterally pull out, but had to give 120 days notice. The deadline was Friday, the day Christie announced it. Chelsea Clinton will be in the region this week. She'll campaign for her mother Hillary on Thursday in Scranton. She's scheduled to be at the Clinton campaign office on North Washington Avenue around 11 o'clock. During the summer holidays, various groups and organizations hold safety breaks at highway rest stops. Many travelers were out and about on this Labor Day and stopped at those rest stops. WYLN's Aaron Harvey has more.
With the Labor Day weekend coming to a close, many travelers are starting to make their way back home and have the opportunity to stop at a safety break stop like this one to grab something as little as a hot dog to make their travels a little more enjoyable. If you were driving on Interstate 81 north or southbound and stopped at either Dorrance rest stop, you would see a group of people giving out free coffee and snacks today. A church group from Nescopec that was on the northbound side, Mount Zion United Church of Christ, has been doing this for over 10 years.
You'd be surprised how many people stop and say, oh, we're so glad to see you, especially the truckers. And the truckers, they come in with like 1 and 2 quart coffee thermoses and say, can you fill this? And they're some of the best, I should say, donators. They're really appreciative because it's homemade stuff, and they go, oh, I haven't had homemade snickerdoodles since my Grammy died. So, and it's fun to talk to people because they come from all over.
Hook has seen many people from all over the country.
I actually had people from Mexico. I had people from Newfoundland, Canada. We had people from Alaska and other years that are traveling through. And a lot of the truck drivers are long-haul drivers. They come like from Florida, Maine, and they're crisscrossing because 81 and 80 are major routes.
Gary Sprague was on his way back to Ottawa, Canada from Florida and makes this stop every year.
We've been traveling this route for years and years and years, and every year on the way back home we look forward to this stop so that we can take a break. It gives me a chance to get out and stretch my legs. I look forward to the food, and it's helping out the people of this community. It's a great community event. It helps the local churches and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts. It's really good to see this put on.
A Wyoming Valley West hockey mom, Becky Lawson, that was on the 81 southbound side, says she enjoys meeting all the travelers.
We have done this in the past. We did it over the last year's Thanksgiving holiday. We actually stayed and did it overnight, and so it was basically a 2-day event. So we did get the opportunity to do it this time, like a last-minute thing, and we enjoy doing it. It gets the drivers off the road, and you could see they need the break, and they're happy that the coffee's here, the free coffee, and we added some hot dogs and baked goods and things like that. So it's a nice day. It's beautiful, and we're enjoying meeting the travelers.
If anyone is interested in having their group host a safety break stop, you can apply through the state with the Department of Transportation in January. For WILN News, I'm Aaron Harvey.
Thank you, Aaron. Fun Fest is just 5 days away, and tonight our countdown continues. The theme this year is Community Heroes. Fun Fest will be celebrating and honoring those in the community who make a difference every day. Fun Fest will take place this September 10th and 11th in downtown Hazelton, and you won't want to miss all the fun, food, and entertainment planned all weekend long. Fun Fest is a family-friendly event, so make sure to stop by. Sunday, September 11th will be the annual parade starting on Broad Street in West Hazelton and making its way to downtown Hazelton. WYLN will have more details later this week. The son of a former Pennsylvania congressman is dead. Wayne Weldon was found dead last week in his suburban Philadelphia apartment. He was the son of former Congressman Kurt Weldon. Wayne Weldon had struggled with drug addiction. So far, there is no official cause of death. Time now for a first look at our forecast. It was a beautiful holiday weekend we had here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but what can we expect as we begin our work week? Gary Perna is in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic in the Weather Center with all the details. Gary?
Well, Ann, as we head in out of this Labor Day weekend and head into the work week, we're going to be kind of upset, and that's because we have some nice warm temperatures heading our way. So even though you're stuck going back into work, those temperatures are going to be nice all week long. We're going to tell you what we can expect all week and into next weekend, just in time for Fun Fest. All that coming up in just a couple of minutes, Ann.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, the trucks for Louisiana are packed and headed out this afternoon. Our Abby Piskel was there, and we'll have all the details. Plus, it's Medical Monday here on WYLN, and we'll hear from Ting O from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazelton. Stay tuned. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Downley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Polai, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic.
minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Prattville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
Personal cancer care is close to home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton has been providing radiation therapies to cancer patients for 30 years. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer and need radiation therapy and would like to learn more about our treatments, let our compassionate, experienced team of experts help you. No reason to travel out of town for same services that are only minutes away from your home. The Cancer Treatment Center at Hazleton. 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton. Close to home.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The Rehab Center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistance. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by members of Unico Hazleton to talk about the annual Bella Italia Festival taking place in Hazel Township Community Park. We're going to talk all about the festival, about Unico and what they do, and so much more. So join us this week on Topic A, only on WYLN.
After weeks of collecting items to take down to Louisiana flood victims, firefighters in our area are ready to make the 19-hour trip. WYLN's Abby Piskel was there as the truck headed out this afternoon.
Heavy rains damaged the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area weeks ago, leaving many in distress. A former area native, John Jack Jones, who is the fire chief for the St. George Fire Department in Louisiana, contacted local fire departments in our area and asked for help. With the help of community members, the departments have spent weeks collecting food, water, clothing, and other items to help the victims, and today is the day those items will be taken to Louisiana.
Well, we've been doing it to Chief Jack Jones contact at the Hazleton area for relief because they had a flood and they were really devastated, and they reached out to the Hazleton area, and we put out a plea to the community and local businesses to help, and we've been doing it for 14 days. And today's the fruit of our ventures. As you can see behind me, the trucks are ready to leave, and by 4 o'clock this afternoon they're going to be on their way.
A crew of drivers and firefighters are driving trucks loaded with essential living items over 1,200 miles to Louisiana to personally deliver everything that was collected.
Well, I've been over the road for 18 years. I've been to Baton Rouge many times, and I pretty much know where it is. I'm required to work under the DOT hours of service regulations, so I can only drive 11 hours in a day, and then I have to take a 10-hour break, so it will take 2 full 10-hour breaks. So that flight's going to be till Wednesday till we can get it down there.
A special thank you goes out to all of those who have helped the cause, whether it was through donations or loading the truck.
You can't say enough about the Hazleton area, businesses, residents, everybody. I mean, our guys that were here working, we had a 26-foot truck from Penske, the first stop we made down Hazel Township. We filled it. The community has just been outstanding, fabulous. You can't say enough about how great they are.
In West Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, WYLN's Gary Perna is in for Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik in the Weather Center with a look at our work week weather. Plus, Medical Monday with Ting O is coming up a little later. Stay tuned.
It's the Labor Day sales event at Berger Family Dealerships.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food, from breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Sal's Septic Service for cesspools and septic tank cleaning, and Marola's Garage for car and truck inspection and repairs. If it has wheels, Marola's can fix it. Call Sal's Septic and Marola's Garage at 570-956-4782.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Well, many say Labor Day is the end of summer. Well, this week it's going to feel more like the beginning of it throughout this work week. But hey, we'll take it. Temperatures are not going to be too bad throughout the week. But let me tell you something. Just today was a great day to be outside, go to the lake, go for a walk. It was a perfect day throughout all of our area. Let's take a look at the temperature and our statistics for the day. Not too bad either. 80 degrees our temperature for today. No rain. The heat index made it feel just degrees warmer at 81 degrees, but not a bad day at all as we move through the beginning of September. On to the next graphic where we could see today's high. We're capped at about 80. The low this morning, 60 degrees. We got that high about 3:18 this afternoon. The low this morning about 6:15, and our wind gusts have been staying about 15 miles per hour. Not too bad moving through the area. Take a look at the map now across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Currently not too bad. Avoca coming in at 85, Mount Pocono at 77, Selinsgrove at 89. Allentown coming in at 87, some clouds down there, but pretty sunny throughout the Commonwealth today, not looking bad as we move through this Labor Day. On to our wind speeds, and the wind wasn't a big factor. Avoca coming in at 14, but everything else kind of single digits through the western part of the state, moving through into the east of our area. Today was just a good day, and as we progress into the week, we're going to see some nice temperatures like this move on as well. And as you could see, the 7-day forecast not too bad. Tuesday coming in at 80 degrees. It's going to be nice and sunny, so as we go back to work and school, it's going to taunt us outside our work windows. On Wednesday and Thursday, not looking bad. Mostly sunny skies, 83 and 87. Like I said, those temperatures are going to be sticking around, and the group down at Fun Fest is loving this weekend forecast, and as it holds true right now, we'll see 80s for Friday and Saturday, as of course we set up, and Saturday for Fun Fest, and Sunday, of course, for the big Fun Fest parade. You can see it's going to be sunny, a high of 74, so not too extremely bad if you're walking in the parade. We'll be out venturing the streets for Fun Fest, getting all that food, and let me tell you, I'm gearing up for that for Fun Fest weekend to be down in downtown Hazleton. But a great weekend for that and a great work week ahead, so you can finish up some of those projects you got outside going before Old Man Winter comes knocking on our door in just a short couple of weeks. Stay with us, everyone. More news is headed your way right after this.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you not only get the vehicle that you want,
you also get the lowest financing options.
We also deliver unmatched service.
Whether you're in need of a work truck, have an active family lifestyle, or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. The summer clearance event is going on now. Stop in today.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Gennaro Gardens is now open and new constructed mid-rise for people 62 years and older. They offer one-bedroom energy-efficient units. In your golden years, don't worry about maintaining a large home. Let them help you. Units are also handicap accessible. For information or to apply, call 570-497-4422.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins. National currency. Fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
September is Fall Prevention Month, and Tingo from Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Hazleton is here to talk about fall-related injuries and how to prevent them.
Falls among seniors are a major problem, and it creates a lot of pain and suffering. Every 13 seconds, a senior is treated in the emergency room because of fall-related injury. Of those, 1 in 5 will suffer a serious injury, including a broken hip or a traumatic brain injury. Every 20 minutes, a senior will die because of a fall-related injury, which is a major problem. The really sad bit about it is that falls are actually preventable. September is Fall Prevention Month, and physical therapy and balance centers, hopefully along with the community, will address some of these problems that are facing our seniors. When you have a look at how falls happen, there are a couple of major factors that can contribute to falling, and we want to, through the month of September, address some of these issues. For example, number one, they've actually found some medications that can contribute to fall risk among seniors. So if you do happen to have some dizziness, some balance troubles, or difficulties with falling, be sure to talk to your family physician about your medications, because they may be able to adjust some of them to help with that. Number two, vision plays a really big part in falls. So if you have some visual difficulties, be sure and check with your optometrist on a regular basis. A lot of people tend to wear bifocals, including myself. That I don't actually wear them, but I need them these days. But when you do wear bifocals, your visual perception can be impacted, especially when you're looking down. So if you do happen to be one of those people that wear bifocals, be sure to wear a pair of just distance glasses when you're active or when you're outside, which can help prevent falling as well. Number three, clutter in the house. A lot of falls happen inside the house because of tripping hazards such as cords, throw rugs, and if you happen to be like me, your grandkids' toys. So be sure to clean up some of the clutter. And as I said previously, vision is very important in our balance. So be sure you have good lights on, and at night turn on the night lights. Finally, the key thing with falling is to make sure that you have the muscle strength and also the balance reactions, because that way not only will it prevent you from losing your balance, but when you do lose your balance, you can have the reactions to keep you upright. Obviously, at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, that is our specialty. So over the month of September, we're going to cover some of the issues, including how to identify if you are at risk of falling and what you should do from there, including participating in a fall prevention program. So be sure to catch us every Monday through the month of September, and that way you can see if you or a loved one could benefit from some of the things that we're talking about and help America stop falling among our seniors.
Call Physical Therapy and Balance Centers for a free 20-minute question and answer session. 501-1808. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, 1324 North Church Street in Hazel Township, or visit them online at hazeltonpt.com.
Coming up next, Eric DiBaradinas is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Gary Perna will have one last look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
First week of the new month, it's time to find your copy of The Freeland Progress, with favorite monthly features like The Time Traveler and Affordable Adventures. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
Connects Janitorial Service, carpet cleaning, tile, linoleum, hardwood floor refinishing. Also office and home cleaning for dependable service. Call Connects Janitorial Service 570-788-2748.
FunFest 2016 will be a celebration of our community's superheroes. September 10th and 11th in downtown Hazleton. The FunFest parade will feature high school bands, marching units, and floats. Join your friends and neighbors for music, laughter, great food, and memories to last a lifetime. There will also be crafts, a classic car show, and free activities for the kids. Free admission and free parking. For more information, call 570-455-1509 or go to funfestpa.org. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. FunFest is presented by Mohegan Sun Pocono as well as these corporate partners.
Shock. That's the best way to describe the sentiment throughout Harmon-Guy Stadium through the first 22 minutes of action on Friday night. Hazleton hosting Wyoming Valley West in our game of the week. Surprise, Cougars jump out ahead. A safety, the first points of the night. Second score of the night also belongs to Hazleton and Adrian Otero. The first team touchdown of the season, 27 yards up the gut, up 8-0, even extending it to 15-0 advantage. But right before the half, the Spartans' number one weapon, Sean Judge, breaks through 65 yards to be exact. Valley West trails 15-6 at the break. They don't allow another point, though. Meanwhile, the offense starts to click in the second half. Zach Davies, the receiving touchdown, 33-15 the final as the Spartans improve to 2-0 on the season.
I just told my kids, how proud I am of them, and again, 2 weeks in a row we've been down at halftime and we battled back. We're a young football team. We have a lot of kids playing. They've played their first varsity football game last week, so we're young in a lot of areas, particularly up front. And to be down in those situations in two big games against two great opponents, I can't say enough about them.
The Cougars dropped to 0-2. Some Schuylkill League thrillers in Week 2 as well. A quality Division I, Division II crossover with Lehighton hosting Schuylkill Haven. Second quarter Indians' Cody Scherer. He's got this on his own. The big gain. And then the very next play, Scherer, he finds Tanner Haight. You have to wrap up. A should-be tackle turns into a definite touchdown. Lehighton up 7-0. And then score one more. But Hurricanes rally for a big-time victory. 27-20 is the final. And another crossover matchup. Marion at Jim Thorpe. The Olympians' Jason Scott. Tuck and run. Pushed out of bounds. But that sets up the punch-in from Justin St. Hill. It's a close battle, but Thorpe prevails 26-21. The regular season grind ended today. The postseason grind, that begins on Wednesday for AAA baseball. Game 143 for both the Rail Riders and Iron Pigs earlier this afternoon. Scranton Wilkes-Barre wins in walk-off fashion, while Lehigh Valley pitches a shutout in their finale. The results, they didn't really matter though, because they're already set to play each other in the first round of the International League playoffs. So one of the Pennsylvania AAA teams will be advancing to the Governor's Cup. We'll have Rail Riders Pigs playoff coverage later in the week. And just one more level of football to wait for. The NFL season kicks off Thursday, the Eagles season Sunday, and their starting quarterback will be Carson Wentz. Philadelphia parted ways with Sam Bradford on Saturday. Monday, head coach Doug Peterson named the promising rookie from North Dakota State the number one guy. The Birds open versus the Browns Sunday at 1. That's it for sports. Stay tuned.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, you'll meet Don, a race car driver, very active gentleman who unfortunately was slowed down with a very bad back problem. He tried again. He wasn't able to get any relief. Finally, he found Dr. John and Dr. Stacy, and he's feeling so much better. His story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
And your 7-day forecast, not looking too bad tomorrow. 80 degrees, be nice and sunny as everyone returns back to work. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday not looking bad either. And of course, next weekend as we prepare for Fun Fest, not looking too bad either. So if you're taking part in the events, it's going to be a great time to be out in downtown Hazleton. And of course, it's looking great for football on Friday night. So, you know, a great week all around.
I'm pretty lucky for football.
So far.
So far. I don't want to jinx it too much, but
Friday was nice.
Friday's nice, and this Friday's nice, and the weekend's nice. What more could you ask for? Have a good night, everyone.